book nerds, welcome to Bookshelf Bunny. I'm Kim and this is day 8 of Vlogmas. No shenanigans today. The vehicle worked. I didn't oversleep. It was a good day. It was a normal day. Thank God, because this week has been insane. I just finished the bunny bonding. I didn't really do much that was Christmassy today, except I did finish this. This is my second ever cozy mystery story, and I liked this one quite a lot, actually. I want to talk about it more tomorrow, but I did finish it. Oh, I should mention, this has like recipes in it, and as I was reading this throughout the day, and there's recipes after every so many chapters, and they're all like baking, and I desperately wanted like fresh gooey cookies by the end of today. And so on my way home, I swung by McDonald's and I got their like gingerbread cookies they have right now. Oh my God, they were the best. So good. They literally hit the spot. If I had more time, I probably would have done some baking today just because of this. But the McDonald's gingerbread did the trick. Now, the thing I did want to talk about today was last minute bookish gift ideas. As a ginormous book nerd myself, I am regularly asking for books and, gift cards to buy books or other book things. However, people always kind of feel bad because it's like that person who always asks for puzzles. You feel like you're getting them the same thing every year, even though to them, you are not. But here are some ideas to kind of spice it up if you want to get your book nerd or yourself an item that isn't necessarily a book, but is still bookish. I have each of these things that I'm going to talk about. So these are some of my personal favorites. I'm going to put some links in the description below. They are affiliate links, so if you choose to purchase any of these things, it would be awesome if you could do it through my link so that I can, get some Amazon credit to feed my book addiction. But you certainly don't feel obligated. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was Bookish Apparel. There are all sorts of things out there. There's socks, there's scarves, there's hats, there's shirts, and I have a few of these. I wanted to show, obviously my shirt, right? You can't really see it, but it says books are the best defense, are your best defense against unwanted conversation, which, because I am also an introvert, just makes me happy because it fits my humor. It fits my humor. Hats are also a good thing. I recently got this. My husband got this for me. It's a reading rainbow hat, and I am in love with it because, listen, LeVar Burton, this book thing is partially your fault. I'm so excited. I just love this. So those are a couple ideas: apparel, socks, scarves, shirts, hats. Another thing is a tote bag, because trust me, your book nerd loves a bag to carry their books in. Man, woman, other, doesn't matter. However your book nerd chooses to identify, you can't go wrong with the tote bag. I'm not even kidding. And this is one of my favorites. I have a neighbor who gave me this as a present last year, and I adore this one. I adore it. I have like 3 or 4 different tote bags. I've made a couple myself, and I love tote bags. Bookish tote bags are the best. Speaking of carrying things and transporting items, book sleeves. Book sleeves are incredible. I became completely addicted to these a couple of years ago, and I started off by buying book bow book sleeve, or book bag sometimes they're called. I was changed forever. Because I can't tell you how many times I've thrown a paperback in my purse or in my work bag, and the pages got bent, or the cover got, folded up at the corner, and I just felt so bad, especially if it was a book I had borrowed. And they're adorable and they make me happy. I make my own. I'm sure you've seen my video. If you haven't, you can find it on my channel here. And yeah, they hold your book, and it's probably the most ingenious thing in the whole world. My currently has ideas for a TBR game that I might do in the new year. And it's holding my Kindle, or my Kobo. It's holding my Kobo, my e-reader. Speaking of e-readers, I do most of my reading on a iPad. This guy, as you've probably seen 6,000. Oh, look at all my fingerprints. That's awesome. But I'm sorry, Apple. You lost me. You lost me. This thing where your devices, your very expensive devices, are no longer compatible with software updates after like 5 years is a problem for me. I am not shelling out like $600 or more every time I need a new device to keep up with your updates. I just can't do that. So I am weaning myself. So I would suggest an e-reader. This one's a Kobo. I also want to invest in a Kindle because buy iPad. I like my Kindle to read indie books or ARC reads that I'm sent, because it's so much easier on Kindle, and I can't really do that with Kobo. However, Kobo in Canada is compatible with the Overdrive or Libby app, which is how I can borrow library books on this one. So I need both. Your reader, your book nerd, may not need both, but I need both. And of course there's the case, which you don't have to get. It's a sleep cover, so it like puts your device to sleep and wakes it up when you open and close it. But I mean, it's not strictly necessary. I liked it too. So that's another idea, e-reader and case. I also like these. I absolutely love these. It's like a reading pillow. This one has like a hard surface and a little lip, because then I can, balance my reader on it, which is cool, while still comfy and cushy on my lap. I really like these. This one also has like little compartments to stash stuff. I'll keep like a chapstick and a glasses cloth in here. See, there's my chapstick. Chapstick. And they're great. You sit it on your lap and you read your book. It's kind of hands-free. It's at a nice angle, or you can, set it on your bed and lay down while it holds your book. So a reading pillow, I recommend that. I think it's an amazing tool for a book lover to have. Bookmarks, of course. I have an addiction. I literally keep all of my bookmarks in this fancy little vase thing. I have store-bought ones. I have handmade ones that I've gotten from others. I have handmade ones that I made myself. I have metal ones. I have magnetic ones. There are all kinds. I prefer ones that are kind of witty or have a thing on it that's, specific to reading. But I also like seasonal bookmarks, and I like handmade bookmarks. There are all kinds. Magnetic ones are really neat because they can just clip onto the one page. They're not as likely to slip out of your book, which is nice. Back to Bookish Apparel. I should have mentioned this as well. I have this adorable bracelet. You can't really see it. It's kind of hard to see. I'm so sorry. It's got like little book on it and a couple little sayings. One of them is a little circle that says, "So many books, so little time. So many books, so little time." One's a little heart that says, "I love books." And of course, one's like a tiny, tiny book. So again, there's links in the description below if you're interested. There's still time. A lot of these things are available through Prime and have, anticipated delivery dates in advance of Christmas. So there's still time. If you're looking for a gift for your bookish friends or family, these might be some ideas that you find helpful. Another thing I wanted to talk about was a reading light. Unclip it. I have like a bunny on it because I'm a weirdo. It's got a really adjustable little head here. It clips onto your, stand, your surface. It's wired, it plugs in, it connects to a USB. It's got a bunch of options, and this is part of why I like it. I read at odd hours, and my husband sleeps at different hours than me quite often. So I try really hard not to let a lot of light filter through to bother him. And even if I'm reading in my own little office space here and he's in the bedroom's literally next door. And he likes to sleep with the door open to regulate the temperature. And I need to keep this door open because there's literally a baby gate blocking my rabbit's entry. This is the one room that are free from my bunnies unless I give them explicit permission. This is like the one destruction-free space in my house. So I keep this door open, he keeps that door open, and my light can filter into the hallway and bother him. But this dims really well. It's got a bunch of different options. So you turn it on, and this is kind of the standard, you know, it's your white light. You can adjust the brightness. Goes down quite low. And then if you're looking for like a softer light, you can switch it. Or even softer, you can switch it. And again, you can bring that down or up as you need. So this is really nifty. I like this one a lot. And it's like really flexible, like really flexible. It's pretty amazing. So those are some ideas that you might want to check out. That's it for me, and I will touch base with you tomorrow to talk a little more in depth about A Christmas Caramel Murder.